Hello and welcome into Palm Springs Stadium on this fine Saturday evening. The second game of two in the series as the Palm Springs Power welcome the Inland Valley Pirates for game two of the series. Welcome into the broadcast, Adam Oppenheim alongside EJ Sanchez. EJ, it was a tight one yesterday near the end, but the Power got off to a flaming hot lead and held it the rest of the way.
It's more of the same of what we've seen all season from the Power, and obviously with their winning streak being where it is right now, 19 straight this season, a lot of the big reason is because of those fast starts that they've been able to get off to. Plus 70 running differential in the first two innings. That's really been the recipe for them. They did the same thing yesterday. You got a quality start out of Josh Martinez, the Cal State Northridge left-hander, and then you're able to kind of cruise from there. And so I think that's what you're looking for today. More of the same with Bear Pinedo being on the bump today for Casey Dill.
Now the hitting side hasn't been too shabby either. Talk about yesterday's game, 11 hits, 3 doubles, and the Power getting a ton of contributions up and down the lineup.
It's a new guy every day, and you can start with a new one in the newcomer Fred Buxton, who we had the chance to sit down with and talk to before this game started, Adam. I was actually able to chat with Fred, just get to know him, and I know a lot of the Power fans right now really need to get to know a guy that jumped into a pretty odd situation a month into the season, and now he's going to help them compete for a championship.
Well, for more on that Fred Buxton interview, EJ Sanchez, you had the chance to interview him. Let's hear it, EJ.
Member of the Palm Springs Power, Fred Buxton. Fred, after yesterday, you go 2 for 4. You're talking about a situation where you're not even on the team for a few hours. You get the starting call. Take everybody through what that phone call was like with Power owner Andrew Starkey and find your way down here to Palm Springs.
Yeah, so my head coach at Vanguard, Coach Pegg, he hooked me up with this program. Andrew gave me a call, and he said he had a spot for me. So, I was excited. I had a 18-hour drive down here from Washington. So, I was just thinking about playing the whole way down here, and got in yesterday morning before the game and just got to work. It was a really fun night. It was great meeting all the new guys, getting into the program and everything.
It might be a little premature to ask you right now, but you've only been here 24 hours. What's it been like in those 24 hours? You mentioned meeting some of the guys. Is there any particular guy that's been standing out, guys that are introducing you to anybody?
Yeah, I met DT yesterday. He's from Washington too, so we had a little bit in common. I actually played against him a couple years ago when he was at St. Catherine's. And yeah, it's been great. The vibes have been really good so far in the clubhouse and on the field.
We are halfway through a season right now, and you still get off your couch or whatever you were doing, and you come down here to play. Why is it this situation that was the right one for you to finish out the rest of the summer?
Well, I was honestly just looking for a place to finish out the summer, and I'm really glad I got this opportunity. It's been great so far, and it is pretty close to my apartment down in Costa Mesa for school, so it's pretty convenient. And yeah, it's been great so far. I'm just excited for the rest of the summer.
What would be a success for the rest of the summer? The CPCL championship is in y'all's sights, getting close to already starting to clinch up some playoff spots. What would be this as a characteristic as a whole being a success for you?
I think just having fun every day with the guys, getting to know them and playing with them. And I've been hearing talks about going undefeated this summer, so hoping we can keep that up and finish strong, win the championship, and on a good note this summer.
Absolutely. So Power fans getting the introduction to the newest member of the Power, Fred Buxton. Fred, we appreciate you joining us here on the pregame show, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys.
Welcome back into Palm Springs Stadium, EJ. I'm sure you had a joy talking with Fred there, the newcomer, who just had a giant day at the plate yesterday. 2 for 4, a double, 2 runs bat in his first game with the Power out of Vanguard University. Made that 18-hour drive, right?
He made an 18-hour drive from Washington. And for those that weren't able to listen in on our interview, the first guy that approaches him is Dalton Thomas, who's really assembled a role as one of the better leaders on this team. And he really just said he wanted to finish up the season, find somewhere to play. And that's the funny thing about summer ball, Adam, is that it really doesn't matter when and where. If you're really about playing, you're going to find a way to go about it. And it was great catching up with Fred and actually just meeting him in general. It seems like he's being very well acquainted with the guys thus far. And like I said on our pregame show presented by Agua Caliente Casinos earlier, Adam, it's an awkward position to be in for a player. These guys have had a month to get to know each other. They've done the road trip. They have been in clubhouses before and after games. And you kind of just jump in and you get into the starting lineup. That's not a usual situation, but it's the situation that was presented with Fred. He seemed to have run with it. And with Austin Haller sliding over to first base in the absence of Mark Kirkland, he's going to get the opportunity along with Cody Kashimoto. It's going to be exciting to watch what this slew of middle infielders is going to do the rest of the way out.
Now this Palm Springs Power team, 19-0 and 10-0 in CPCL play. Inland Valley Pirates, 1-9 in CPCL play. Let's get you the lineup for the visiting Inland Valley Pirates. Yesterday, the final 7-2, the Power took the win. Hitting first for the Pirates will be Isaiah Walls, playing shortstop. Behind him will be Adrian Diaz in left field. Michael Rhoda will play first base, hit third. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, Chad Green. Garrett Patterson will be behind the plate, hitting fifth. Landon Greenhouse will man center field, hitting sixth. Hitting seventh will be Brett Bowers in right field. Hitting eighth will be Sonny Rios at the hot corner at third. And rounding out the lineup is Eddie Alfaro at first base. Behind pitcher Alex Navarrete. Navarrete out of Riverside College. Pitched 55 and 2/3 innings, allowing 31 runs, 25 being earned, and just over a 4 ERA at 4.04.
I mean, when you're talking about what Navarrete's going to bring to the table, Adam, he's going to force the action. It's going to be up to this lineup 1 through 9 for the Power to take advantage and capitalize on mistakes, and also not allowing him to extend at bats. But what I mean by that is extend innings and not allow this pitching staff in general for the Pirates. We've seen them a couple of times now. We know that they like to use extra pitchers. You have to make sure you stay within your approach. Don't chase as much as you normally would, and it should end up being a good night for you.
And now let's tell you the Power lineup. Leading off playing center field will be Eli Brown. Rather playing left field, Austin Haller will man first base, hit second, followed by Aiden Torek in center field, hitting third. In the cleanup spot's going to be Noah Blythe in right field. Angel Cortez is behind the plate, hitting fifth. Fred Buxton, the newcomer in his second game with the Power, shortstop, hitting sixth. Cody Kashimoto back in the lineup after a one-game absence. He'll play second base, hit seventh, followed by Michael Gonzalez hitting eighth at the hot corner. Dom Hughes will round out the lineup, the designated hitter behind the left-hander, Bear Pinedo out of Hope University.
Bear's been really fun to watch since he arrived here, and we talked about it also on the pregame show in the open for those that weren't able to hear it. He's coming off of a national championship at Hope International, and so he's not used to he's always used to the big moment. And so in a game that they need to capitalize on a 10-0 start to the CPCL season, it's going to be fun to watch.
Well, we're going to take a short break for the national anthem, and we will get started right after this between the Palm Springs Power and the Inland Valley Pirates. EJ Sanchez alongside Adam Oppenheim. We'll be right back after this short break. You're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Broadcast Network.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher. Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Welcome back inside Palm Springs Stadium, beautiful Palm Springs, California. Adam Oppenheim alongside EJ Sanchez. EJ, this should be a fun matchup. Game 2 and another CPCL matchup.
It's going to be the fifth appearance for Baird Pinedo, pitching to the tune of a 3.09 ERA. Adam, he has 19 strikeouts to go along with 6 walks. He's only given up 4 earned runs, and all 4 of those runs were given up in his last start against the San Diego Waves, a team with a lot more competitive players than sometimes we're used to seeing, especially sometimes in the midweeks. But this is going to be a big test for Baird to be able to get into his second CPCL game from a starting standpoint and try to erase some of the free passes. That was really what plagued him in his first start. 2 guys that were hit by a pitch, 4 walks. And again, the strikeout numbers are going to be there, but it's going to be about eliminating free passes today and being consistent with multiple pitches inside the zone.
And for Baird Pinedo, playing at Hope International this most recent season, 1-0 on the year, 5.40 ERA, 11 appearances, 0 games started. That was only across 10 innings, 17 strikeouts to 8 walks. Opponents hit .238 against him. And obviously, this is a chance when you're a reliever collegiately to try to get into that starter role. You start over the summer.
It's a completely different mindset when you're talking about it, Adam. Starters have a routine on their game days. They have this time they like to stretch, go get their water, get treatment. As a reliever, I've had it referred to me like this. Starters are like quarterbacks and relievers are like the offensive linemen, where you don't really get to have, your planned schedule. You're called when called upon. So him adjusting his mindset from a starter to a reliever is the next step that Bear hopes to take in hopes of trying to get some more starts when he heads back to whatever school or whatever situation he may be playing in next season.
The Power are wearing their white jerseys for the second straight night with red numbers. And the Inland Valley Pirates in their red jerseys, white letters and numbers with white pants. Pretty sweet jersey combinations for both these teams, don't you think, EJ?
Well, red and white, you can't go wrong with it, especially, red, white, and blue in the air for July 4th being next week. And with the Pirates having their only red jerseys, the Power get a chance to use their all-white jerseys, which I always think looks much better, especially when you're at home. But, uniforms aside, Adam, another CPCL game. You got to take care of business. The winning streak's on the line. This is going to be a fun one for you and I.
Should be a great game as Isaiah Walls steps to the plate, right-handed batter. The shortstop wearing number 6. Baird Pinedo out of the stretch and will deliver his first pitch home. It's popped up behind home plate, and that's going to drift out of play on this Saturday evening. A little bit warm, but always cools off towards the 4th, 5th inning. Wind just blowing slightly left to right. 0-1 on Walls. Here's Baird Pinedo's 0-1 pitch. It misses outside. It's 1-1. And you mentioned it, EJ. The walks is what plagued Pinedo last time out. Going 4 1/3, allowing the 4 runs, and the 4 walks do not help. Only had 2 walks in his other 3 appearances. As that misses high, it's 2-1.
With how good college hitters have become over the course of the last 5 to 10 years, Adam, the last thing you can do is allow them free outs and free base runners. So that's why we touched on it, that Bear just has to be more competitive with his pitches, especially when he gets into 2 strikes.
The 2-1 pitch comes home. It misses high. It's 3-1. And talk about giving teams free bases. The Pirates fielding in the first inning just got the Power off to another blazing start. 3-1 hitters count on Isaiah Walls. A 3-1 pitch misses low, and it's a leadoff walk for Isaiah Walls.
Not the greatest start for Bear. If you notice right now, Adam, he's staying in the stretch the entire time. He's not going to go to the windup. That's another big trait of a reliever. He wants to be able to repeat his mechanics, not having to switch between the windup and the stretch. And usually as a reliever, you're coming in with runners on base where you have to stay in the stretch. So this is also part of it, staying in the stretch the entire time. And he needs a ground ball or a strikeout here to try to get out of a first inning that he doesn't want to repeat last time.
First pitch into Adrian Diaz is on the outside corner. Strike 1, 90 on the fastball from Baird Pinedo. This Pirates team did not get on the board until scoring 2 in the 7th inning. They had opportunities early in the game, and they started to fade away once the Power settled in on the mound. Next pitch, off-speed pitch, catches the inside corner. It's quickly 0-2 on Diaz. Walls aboard on the leadoff walk. It is interesting, Pinedo working out the stretch. That makes a ton of sense from that reliever perspective. Walls hands on his knees at first base. Pinedo takes a look as Walls takes off, swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down a second's not going to be in time. Adrian Diaz strikes out swinging. Isaiah Walls advances to second on the stolen base.
Before that started, Adam, I was starting to think that might be a good opportunity to run. This Pirates team, as you said, not scoring until the later frames last night. Forcing the action is how you try to get rid of that, so it's not a really surprising move. Now you get yourself 2 opportunities with a man in scoring position.
Brings up Michael Rota, the first baseman. First pitch into him. It's in the dirt, ball 1. Not many clouds in the sky here in Palm Springs. Don't see a ton of them throughout the summer. 1-0 on Rota. Walls at second base in scoring position. Here's the pitch. It's popped up. This should be playable on the infield. Fred Buxton with the call. Instead, it's Austin Haller, and he'll make the catch. Looked like it was maybe drifting towards the shortstop side. Wind might have pushed it towards Austin Haller at first base. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Even though it is a routine pop-up, Adam, this doesn't come without some level of difficulty. The shadows are starting to creep in right now onto the right side of the infield. And Haller, even though it's not directly in his eyes, still has to be concerned with a little bit of the sunlight escaping through the shadows.
Next up is Chad Green, the designated hitter. He takes a fastball upstairs, ball 1. And now the throw down third is not going to be in time. Wall steals third base when Pinedo turned his head. Heads up base running by Isaiah Walls, and he's 90 feet away from giving the Pirates the lead here in the first. 1-0 on Rota. Rather, on Chad Green. Pinedo will fire home. Catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Let's set up the power defense. And the outfield from left to right, Eli Brown, Aiden Torek, Noah Blythe. Around the infield from third to first, Michael Gonzalez at the hot corner, Fred Buxton at short, Cody Kashimoto at second, Austin Haller at first, Angel Cortez catching Bear Pinedo, who throws that pitch right by the bat of Chad Green, strike 2. Our beer batter of the game, Chad Green. 1-2 with 2 outs, top of the first, runner on third, the pitch just misses outside. It's 2-2. Right, that catches the outside corner, strike 3, a little bit of delayed call, but it's called strike 3. And Bear Pinedo picks up 2 strikeouts in the inning. We head to the home half of the first. No score between the Palm Springs Power and the Inland Valley Pirates. You're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Broadcast Network.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back at Palm Springs Stadium, home half of the first. Will be Alex Navarrete on the mound for the Inland Valley Pirates. Pitches at Riverside Community College. Pitched over 55 innings. 55 and 2/3 innings. 4.04 ERA. and pitched a lot during his last collegiate season.
Well, what the 55 and 2/3 innings means, at least to me, Adam, that go along with the 36 strikeouts, is not a guy that's going to overwhelm you with strikeout stuff, but it doesn't mean that the stuff isn't good, and his warm-up pitches running up into the high 80s.
First pitch to Brown is fouled off to the left side. That first pitch sits at 88. So we've seen it with some teams that the Power have played this year where starting pitcher is throwing the fastball in the mid to low 80s, which can also be a challenge for the power hitters because they might be used to seeing high 80s, low 90s. The 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner at 91. That pitch was dotted, and Brown's behind 0-2. Our umps for this evening, Brad Clouds behind the plate. Ben Sontags will be doing the bases. The 0-2 pitch to Brown. Misses in the dirt. It's 1-2.
This is the interesting part about the competition schedule that the Power have faced this season, where you can go from a team that's rolling out guys that are topping out at 73, 74 miles an hour, and then the next day you have to face 91.
The 1-2 pitch is slapped down the third base line. Foul on a line. A pitch high and away, and Brown's able to fight it off.
And it's not like these Power players haven't ever seen this before, that they've done well against this. That's why they're here. Just the switch up is almost going from a straight off-speed pitcher to a straight fastball hitter in the span of 24 hours. Makes it tough sometimes.
Brown in the hole. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Just gets a piece of it. Let's tell you about the Pirates defense and the outfield. Starting in left field, Adrian Diaz is in left, Landon Greenhouse in center field, Brett Bowers in right. At the hot corners, Sonny Rios, Isaiah Walls will be at shortstop. On the right side of the infield, Eddie Alfaro is at second. Michael Rode is at first. Garrett Patterson will be behind the plate, catching Alex Navarrete, who fires the 1-2 pitch. Catches the outside corner, strike three. Painted the corner at 91, and Brown's the first out of the bottom of the first.
You have to tip your cap to Navarrete. That's a difficult pitch just to foul off, and the fact that he's able to kiss it on the outside corner just proves that Navarrete is going to be a tough customer to deal with today. The Power have to stay within their approach if they're going to have a chance to touch him up a little bit and try to get out to these early starts that we've talked so much about.
And obviously, you would think the game plan from manager Casey Dill is to put the ball in play because they did that a lot in the first inning, and the Pirates made 5 errors in last night's game. Austin Haller steps to the plate, and one of the best power hitters all year long takes the first pitch outside, ball 1.
Trying to extend his hitting streak right now to 4 straight games, but you're right, Adam. Haller's been nothing short of spectacular since arriving in the desert.
The 1-0 pitch is taken on the outside corner, strike 1. Austin Haller from Western Kentucky was sitting right around 300 the entire collegiate season. He's an impressive player. The 1-1 pitch just misses below the zone.
Also has a Western Kentucky fan base out here, Adam. I was at the street fair on Thursday, and somebody asked if I knew who Austin was, so of course I say yes. And they say, we tried to yell Hilltopper at him, and he didn't look at us. And I had to break the news. He was a little focused on a game.
And it seemed to work out because he's playing really well as that pitch is fouled off to the left side. He had 1 hit yesterday, scored twice. Game before against the Legends. That came on Wednesday. He was 3 for 4. A double and a triple. That almost got out of the ballpark for his second home run of the year. The 2-2 pitch to Haller. It's in the dirt. It's 3-2. And he also doesn't chase many pitches. That's what makes this Palm Springs lineup so difficult, EJ.
Absolutely. And when you're talking about him, he's walked twice as much as he has struck out this season. Perfect trait that you need for a table setter for Casey Dill.
How about 6 strikeouts the entire year? The full count pitch. It's on the ground on the right side by Alfaro at second base. It's a base hit for Austin Haller. And the Power have 1 aboard with 1 out in the first.
Good things happen when you put the ball in play. He doesn't barrel this ball up by any stretch of the imagination, Adam, but he does just enough with 2 strikes. And when you're going good, those are the types of hops that you're going to get. And it just seems we're about a month into this thing, and that things have just kept coming for Austin.
And for Haller, it seems like once he gets 1 hit, he gets a bunch. He's only had 2 games this year with just 1 hit. He's had a ton of games with multiple hits, 3-hit games as well. First pitch to Torek is lined into center field. It's going to be another base hit for the Power. First and second with 1 out. So Navarrete gets Brown to strike out looking. Haller grounds it through the right side, and Torek lines it right back where it came from. And suddenly it's Noah Blythe at the plate with 2 on.
Off the bat at 93, it's a pitch that's middle in, not exactly a four-seam fastball. Taking a little off of it was Navarrete. And if you leave something over the heart of the plate with not your best velocity, much better chance you're going to get touched up like that.
It looked like it sort of jammed Torek as it went off of his wooden bat. Was able to just muscle it out there as the first pitch is by Noah Blythe. Strike 1. That fastball at 90. Navarrete is going to be relying on that pitch, you would think, a ton tonight, EJ.
You're facing a team that hasn't seen it in a decent amount of time, and when you're able to command it, it's going to mean good things for you.
The 0-1 pitch skips by Patterson, and both runners are going to advance. So it's second and third, just with 1 out, and those were the plays that really hurt the Pirates.
You can't give the power extra outs to work with, and it's not us being homers or us being working for the team, Adam. You can't give a good team extra outs to work with or extra base paths to work on. And so now you turn this situation into one where you can give up 2 and not be able to minimize.
It's 1-1 on Noah Blythe. Here's the pitch. It's fouled back, so it's 2 strikes on Noah Blythe. And we saw yesterday that the Pirates were able to settle into the game, but they already got down super early in the ball game. And it makes it hard to get back in. As the Power scored 4 in the first and 1 in the second, and they were up 5-0 until the Pirates finally cracked the scoreboard in the 7th with 2 runs. The 1-2 pitch to Blythe. That sliced towards the first base line and out of play to those far bleachers in right field. 350 down the line, 400 to straightaway center field. We do not see a lot of home runs hit here at Palm Springs Stadium. And usually the wind doesn't play too much of a factor, at least carrying straight out to center field. 1-2 on Blythe, the pitch. It's taken low and off Patterson down the first base line. Haller comes in to score. Another wild pitch. And Austin Haller puts the Power on the board. It's 1-0.
You've had your cleanup hitter sitting in the batter's box for 6 pitches now, Adam, and he hasn't done anything to earn a run, and yet 2 of those pitches are in the dirt, not able to be blocked, and it leads to a run. This is the mental errors almost that start to happen and build up over time that helps the Power get off to these early leads. 67-11 over the first 2 innings this season.
And trying to add on to that here, the 2-2 pitch misses inside on Blythe, and it's a full count. And obviously those plays aren't ruled as errors, but like you mentioned, mental mistakes. And those things start to stack up, and that's where you see the 4 or 5 run innings for the Power, even though they're not hitting the ball a ton. The full count delivery, Blythe will stay alive and foul the fastball off to the right side.
What's interesting about what I've seen from the first 3 hitters is that no matter how much you know it's going to be 90, 91, getting in there and seeing it is a completely different thing. The swings are going to get more comfortable the more they start to see that fastball.
The full count pitch. Blythe is on time as he hits into right center field. Landon Greenhouse giving it a chase. It's by him. Noah Blythe is going to jog on into second base. He's going to make the turn for third. He's going to be held there standing up. Noah Blythe RBI triple. Was running out of the box like he just wanted to double and realized he had time as that ball rolled all the way to the wall. It's 2-0 Power in the first.
You mentioned this field isn't great for hitting home runs, Adam, but why? It's because it's such a deep field. Deep field means bigger power alleys to hit to. Once it got on one hop past the running Landon Greenhouse, he realized, like you said, he had much more time to make a good turnaround second and just walk into third. Noah Blythe continuing to do what Noah Blythe has done not only this season, but for his entire Power career. Man, is he fun to watch.
Brings up Angel Cortez with now a runner on third. First pitch called the strike. Blythe now has a 15-game hitting streak, longest on the team, by 9 hits. And now has reached in every game this year, all 20. The 0-1 pitch, that's hit out into left field. Diaz will come on, he'll make the catch. Blythe will hold at third base. So a fly out to Diaz in left field. And there's 2 outs in the inning, and Navarrete gets a huge out.
It is a huge out with Cortez, who's been swinging a lot better bat as of late. But going back to Noah Blythe for just one moment, his 23rd RBI of this season, trying to extend his lead over Aiden Torek, who came in second on the team with 21.
Fred Buxton steps to the plate out of Vanguard University. Boy, did he have a power debut yesterday to remember. 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. First pitch, first base line popped up. Road will give it a look. It's out of play. And you talked to him, EJ, and it sounded like he was really excited to be here in Palm Springs. Made the drive from Washington, about 19 hours. And most of that in California, funny enough. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Buxton. Taken on the inside corner, it's 0-2.
I mean, he's a career .291 hitter at the collegiate level. This isn't you're going to get the first guy you can think of. No, this is a calculated move and a savvy one, I think, by Casey Dill and Andrew Starkey.
The 0-2 pitch is taken low. It's 1-2. You mentioned his stats, including the .287 average in 2024. 5 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Had a monster year in 2023 as well. As the 1-2 pitch, it's on the outside corner, strike 3. Garrett Patterson does a great job framing the fastball from Alex Navarrete at 90, but the power scored 2 in the inning, including an RBI triple from Noah Blythe. We head to the second. The Power lead the Pirates 2-0. You're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Broadcast Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs.
Garrett Patterson will lead off the top of the second inning. 2-0. The Palm Springs Power lead the Inland Valley Pirates in a CPCL matchup. Second game of a 2-game set. The Power won 7-2 yesterday, scoring 4 in the bottom of the first, and they held that lead the rest of the way. First pitch misses outside of Patterson from Bear Pinedo, who had a season high in innings his last time out, with 4 1/3 against the San Diego Waves. Is the 1-0 pitch from the lefty, comes home. It's hooked into left field. Eli Brown is barely going to have to move. He's going to make the catch. EJ, what did you see from Bear Pinedo to allow him to go deeper into that game against the Waves?
Well, in that game against the Waves, he didn't allow a ton of hits, only 3 hits. Again, we talked about it in the opening. The issue was the free passes. So being able to stay one step ahead of a lineup is always how you're going to go longer in games, and that's what they're looking for him tonight. Certainly off to a good start. As long as he keeps doing that, he should be in for a good rest of his night.
Here's Landon Greenhouse. Swings through the first pitch and comes up empty. It's 0-1. The only base runner Bear Pinedo is allowed is a leadoff walk to Isaiah Walls, who stole second and third, but was stranded at third in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Oh, and 2 on Greenhouse. Pinedo fires home. That just misses outside the zone. And it's 1-2.
There's also a familiarity factor that needs to set in as well. It is summer ball. You don't get to catch these guys all summer long. And now this is the 3rd out of 4 times that Angel Cortez has gotten to catch Bear. And so that can only mean good things.
The 1-2 pitch comes home. It's blocked nicely by Cortez. It's 2-2. Now, obviously, you talk about it. Being a catcher, a lot of pitchers like to work with that same catcher and have that familiarity.
It depends on the pitcher, but I'm certain, especially for a reliever, a guy is going to be really specific on who he wants and trusting the sequences and the game that his catcher's calling.
Well, here's the 5th pitch of that sequence, and it's on the ground past Gonzalez at third base. It deflected off his glove on a line. It was a tough play. It's going to be ruled a hit. The first hit Bear Pinedo allowed. That was 92 off the bat.
Not only was it hit hard, there's a decent amount of front spin. That's why you see Michael at third base start to bring his glove closer down. You think line drive, you think it's going to stay there. When it has a decent amount of front spin on it, it's going to start to fall off towards third base, and that's why you make it an even more tough play than it already was.
In steps Brett Bowers, who takes the first pitch just above the zone, according to home plate umpire Brandon Cloud. Greenhouse on first base. Really tough play over there at third. You mentioned it. It just dropped really quickly. Next pitch to Bowers. Comes up empty on the fastball at 88. Bear Pinedo is already back in the stretch, ready to go. And usually a lot of pitchers like to go out of the windup with no runners on, but Pinedo sticking to the stretch, obviously here, because there is a runner on first. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's off the glove of Cortez. Moving over to second is Greenhouse. And the Pirates making some magic on the bases to start here early on.
They're just earning their way, and probably Angel will tell you after the game a ball he probably should keep in front of him. But again, it's a fastball that comes in at 89. He set up middle away and ends up away and high. It's a tough pitch to expect your catcher to stay in front of 100% of the time.
Greenhouse is now in scoring position. The 2-1 pitch is blocked nicely by Cortez. The Powers at team have not had a lot of wild pitches this year compared to opposing teams coming in here and not playing great defensively. Those wild pitches and sort of just tossing the ball around. Power defense has improved throughout the summer. The 3-1 pitch as Greenhouse takes off. Here's the throw down a third, not in time. Gonzalez dropped the ball anyways. And it's a walk to Brett Bowers as the pitch missed high and away. So it's runners on the corners with one out. And the Pirates have something cooking here in the second.
You sense that there's a lot more aggressiveness in their nature tonight. Already the third stolen base and one in the third innings. They're trying to make sure that they have a say in what they're going to do offensively and not rely on stringing hits together against this power pitching staff.
First pitch into Rios. Comes up empty on the fastball that was right down the middle. Pinedo looking for a ground ball double play to get out of the second. Bowers on first, Greenhouse on third. 2-0 Power, top of the second. The next pitch, fouled back into the net. A lot of movement on Bear Pinedo's fastball. 15 inches of break both vertically and horizontally. 0-2 on Sonny Rios, who hit in the cleanup spot yesterday. The 0-2 pitch is on the ground to the shortstop Buxton. Will flip over to second for one on a first double play. Bear Pinedo gets the 6-4-3 double play to get out of the second inning. The Pirates once again can't score here in the second. We head to the bottom of the second. The Powers still lead the Pirates 2-0. They're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Broadcast Network.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
It will be Cody Kashimoto stepping in to the box. Back after a one-game absence due to a minor injury. But good to see him back, and he'll score around a bunt. It's a perfect one down the third base line. Navarrete on the first in time. Oh, what a play by Alex Navarrete, who gets off the mound on the first pitch of the bottom of the second, plants his feet, and makes an accurate throw to get the speedy Kashimoto.
Well, this is a play where Cody's also trying to force the action. We've seen it from the Pirates, but this is a bare hand pickup by a pitcher. The old stereotype is that pitchers aren't athletic enough to field their own position. You saw the exact opposite from Navarrete, though. That's a lot harder of a play than he made it look.
And you also have to be ready to get off the mound, because Sonny Rios at third base was not going to be able to get to that ball as the first pitch misses in, ball one. It was hit right on the grass, or bunted rather right on the grass, where you want it to sort of die out, as that's a ground ball to the second baseman Alfaro, who will stay down and throw to first in time. So far, so good for the Pirates on the defensive end.
We've spoken to it a couple of times about giving the extra outs. The extra outs given in the first 2 innings yesterday was, I mean, to be candid and frank, it was almost unacceptable if you're a Pirates fan, and they've cleaned it up at least in the early going so far, and that's why you see the score a lot more within striking distance than it was at this point last night.
Here's the 9-hitter for the Power tonight, Dom Hughes out of Kansas State. He'll follow the first pitch to the left. That was in on his hands. But how much does it help you as a pitcher if you're Navarrete and you're seeing the defense play behind you and no, I don't need to go for all strikeouts. I can play to soft contact and get those outs. The 0-1 pitch misses low. It's 1-1.
I'm glad you bring it up because it is a mentality switch. No pitcher will probably admit it, but if you don't want any contact to happen, then you start to overthrow. You start to get swings and misses that you're trying to manufacture instead of just pitching to your game.
The 1-1 pitch misses just low and below the zone. Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Power scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's popped up into shallow right center field. Coming on is Greenhouse, and it drops in front of him. 2 out, knock Dom Hughes, and the Power already have 4 hits in this ballgame. I'm not even sure Brett Bowers saw that ball in right field. It looked like he could add a plan as well, but Greenhouse came sprinting in from center field, and he was angled more towards left center field, so that was a far ways to go for that ball.
3 hits now on the season for Dom, and I think you're right. Also, the sound off the bat gave a very misleading approach to any fielder, especially us up here. We thought that ball was hit a lot further, and I think you saw the first step back for Greenhouse start to catch up with him, and that's why he wasn't able to come in and make that play.
Next step's the leadoff man, Eli Brown, who has just been sparkling at the plate. Hughes way too far off first base and is picked off easily. Alex Navarrete saw Hughes stumble, take 1 too many steps off first. One of the easiest pickoffs you'll ever see at first base. So the Power leave the bases empty. We head to the third. Palm Springs still leads Inland Valley. It's 2-0. You're watching Power Baseball on the Power Broadcast Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Eddie Alfaro will begin the top of the third against Bear Pinedo. As Pinedo's first pitch misses inside ball one. Bear Pinedo has gone 2 innings. Has allowed 1 hit, 2 walks, and a pair of strikeouts. It's been really solid. As the second pitch is right back at Pinedo on the mound. Throws the first in time. Bear Pinedo, quick reaction on the mound. 80 off the bat, but you were really close to that ball if you're on the rubber.
Call that a call in a poker game. You see a great play by Navarrete on one side, and then Bear comes out and makes his own play on the other end. That's not on my bingo card for the night, Adam. Talking about athletic plays by pitchers.
We've seen 2 of them. Here's Isaiah Wallace, takes the first pitch, high ball 1.
With all due respect and love to all the pitchers out there and anybody who might be listening.
Absolutely, but we've seen 2 great plays here today. There's no question about it. It's the 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1.
Pitchers are athletes.
As they do have, the special ability to throw sometimes 90 miles per hour. A lot of humans cannot do that with their arm. The 1-1 pitch is fouled up back and behind home plate. It's 1-2 with 1 out. Top of the third. The Pirates have had chances in both the first and the second inning. Can't say that about yesterday. They did not get a lot of runners on. And the Power made 0 errors in the field. The 1-2 pitch fouled off down the first base line.
Walls is always important to take care of. Probably one of the more experienced, or at least at the collegiate level, having success. The Concordia Irvine product that batted .252 as a freshman. It's a lot. It looks really good when you're talking about his stats.
The 1-2 pitch is on the ground of the second baseman Kashimoto. Bobbles it twice and can't make the play. So just as I was talking about the sparkling defensive effort last night, the first error of the game is on Cody Kashimoto, the second baseman, and Walls will reach for the second time tonight.
Well, not only is it tough in general just allowing a base runner, now you're putting a guy on who was 8 for 10 last season stealing bases. So you have to think that that's on the mind of both Bear Pinedo and Angel Cortez, having to switch up their looks to make sure he doesn't get a green light.
Isaiah Walls had 2 stolen bases when he was first on base. Diaz comes up empty on the hard cut through 89 on the fastball from Bear Pinedo. Walls, once again, the hands on the knees, but then he took off in the first. Interesting strategy. Looks like you would never run if your hands would be on your knees.
A lot of that is also about feel. I mean, I can't speak for being a proficient base stealer, although I was 4 for 5 in my career. I want to make sure that gets put out there. But a lot of guys just like to get a good standing point where they can relax and then go and not be tensed up before they take off.
The 0-1 pitch, it misses on an off-speed pitch that was trying to catch the back door. It missed outside. It's 1-1 with 1 out, top of the third. Here at Palm Springs Stadium, Adam Oppenheim alongside E.J. Sanchez. Glad to bring you guys some more Power Baseball here on June 29th. Walls takes off for second, swing and a miss. Throw down a second's not in time. Fred Buxton makes a great play, not allowing that ball to go into center field. Third stolen base of the game for Walls, and the count now moves to 1-2 as Diaz came up empty on the heater.
And the 4th stolen base of the night today, or the night for the Pirates in general. Just like we said, they're trying to make sure they have a say in what they're able to put on the board offensively tonight.
Third straight inning with the runner in scoring position. The 1-2 pitch misses low and inside. Nearly hit Diaz. Adrian Diaz struck out swinging in the first inning. One of 2 Ks from Bear Pinedo from Hope International. The 2-2 pitch, softly chopped on the ground. Gonzalez is going to charge, barehanded fire, past the first baseman hauler, down the right field line it goes. Headed for second is Diaz. He's going to make the turn for third. The throw to third is not in time. Another error from the power infield. Gonzalez tried to make a superhuman effort to barehanded fire to first. All in one motion. It got by Haller at first. And advancing to third is Diaz with the tying run just 90 feet away.
You really have to feel for Michael because he's out there trying to make a play, and you had it described perfectly. If he makes that play, that's the best play from an infielder all season, bar none. I don't want to hear any other arguments, but it's easy to say now you should just tuck it away. It's just a tough break for Michael, who has had a really good start to his power career.
Michael Rode will step in and foul the first pitch off. So Walls comes in to score on the E5. And Diaz reaches on the air and advances to second and rounds to go to third as the ball was in the right field corner. Next pitch misses just above the zone according to Brad Clow. That looked like it caught the top of the zone according to our K-zone. Counts even on Road. The 1-1 pitch from Pinedo. Off speed, it's a good one. It's 1-2.
This is what separates pitchers, being able to pitch with no runners on and being able to minimize in these types of situations. So it's only the third inning, but still early tipping point here for Bear.
1-2 pitch to Road. Swing and a miss, strike three. Went back to the off-speed pitch and picks up a big third strikeout of the outing from Bear Pinedo.
Yeah, not out of the woods yet with Chad Green out of southwestern Oklahoma State. Still a guy with Division I experience that can hurt you. You can have to keep your foot on the gas here if you're Pinedo.
Chad Green struck out looking his first time up. First pitch in, misses low, ball one. If the name sounds familiar, it's because there's also a Chad Green who's a former reliever, or rather, a current reliever in the MLB. He's played in the MLB for a very long time, currently on the Blue Jays. That's a 1.53 ERA this year.
Well,
as Chad Green comes up empty.
Exactly. Well, Green's also batted .385, so kind of pointing back to that, I'm sure this Chad Green hoping for a sliver of the success that Chad Green has had in the big leagues.
Playing 9 seasons did Chad Green. Here's the Chad Green at the plate. We can say tonight for the Pirates. Takes the 1-1 pitch outside. It's 2-1.
Has a chance to make a lot of friends with him being the beer batter of the stadium tonight and also striking out in the first inning.
No doubt about that. The 2-1 pitch misses high. It's 3-1. But right now, Chad Green is ahead of Bear Pinedo. Count being 3-1 with 2 outs. A pair of errors in the inning for the Power have propelled the Pirates on the board. The 3-1 pitch misses way outside the zone, ball 4, and it's runners on the corners with 2 outs.
The free passes is starting to become a little bit of the theme, but Bear's done a good job of getting out of a couple of situations already, and now, unfortunately for him, the free passes have come via the error, as you said, defensively. And you still have to deal with this lineup who has consistently put the ball in play over 2 days. They haven't struck out much. The defense just usually is a lot better.
Garrett Patterson will step in. And that pitch misses again well outside.
I really like this timeout here from Angel. And it's just going to be a quick, you see him tapping the back right now of Bear. It's just a quick pick-me-up to understand where they both are in this really big sequence that's coming up.
And it's huge because you walk a guy and Chad Green with a few pitches that were just not competitive. And the first pitch was way out to Patterson.
Not a huge run-stealing threat over there. Only 1-for-1 this season is at Northwestern Oklahoma State.
Green on first, Diaz on third. Green will take off as it's hit to Haller at first base. He's going to have to go to the bag himself and beats Patterson there. Bear Pinedo allows 1 run on a couple of power errors. The Palm Springs Power still lead the Inland Valley Pirates 2-1. We head to the bottom of the third. You're watching Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network. Alex Navarrete is on the mound for his third inning of work, and it's Eli Brown stepping back up to the plate. Was going to hit in the bottom of the second before Dom Hughes got picked off at first base. So Brown will stay up now with the fresh count. 0 balls, 0 strikes, the first pitch in. It's hit to center field. Landon Greenhouse will go back and will slow down right near the warning track to make the catch. A ball hit hard by Eli Brown. Off his bat at 92. But Brown is retired for the first out of the third.
To go back to the last half inning for just a moment, I thought it was really interesting that the Pirates elect to have motion on the base paths on the first pitch. You don't really give your 5-hole hitter a chance to drive in a run, and I get it. You've gotten there so far with forcing the action, putting some movement on the base paths, but I think that it would have been interesting to see, the 5-hole hitter, Garrett Patterson, just at least have a chance to have the bat in his hands for at least a couple of pitches.
First pitch in, Austin Holler is on the outside corner, strike one. Holler with a base hit, came around to score back in the first. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Holler. Swing and a miss, strike one. So the count's 0-2 on Austin Holler. And what's interesting about that play is it really drew Kashimoto to second base. There was a giant hole on the right side. The only one there was Austin Holler, and that's who ended up getting that ground ball. A lot of space on the right side. That last pitch missed outside of Holler. It's 1-2. 1 out, bottom of the third. Navarrete's next pitch gets Holler out ahead of it. Swing and a miss, strike three, a changeup at 79. And Austin Holler strikes out. Can't remember the last time that happened, EJ.
I mean, there's only happened 4 times this season. It just points to the stuff that Navarrete is putting on display tonight. You see 2 runs on 4 hits, but these haven't been barreled balls. They've found a couple of holes, and when you're going 91 up to 92 with the fastball and you're able to drop in a changeup at 79, it's so much harder for a hitter to be able to key in on that, especially when it's coming out of the same arm angle.
First pitch in to Aiden Torek is on the corner for strike one. Last time Austin Holler struck out was against the San Diego Waves. That was a week ago to this day. That is not normal. The 0-1 pitch will miss inside. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Glad you could join us on this Saturday evening here at Palm Springs Stadium, Palm Springs, California. The 1-1 pitch. That catches the inside corner. Good pitch from Navarrete. And it's 2 strikes on Aiden Torek. The Power have been behind a lot in counts. Pretty unusual to get to those 0-2 and 1-2 counts. The 1-2 pitch. This is just below the zone, and the count's even at 2.
And I don't think it's anything bad that the Power are doing. Again, they're going just against a really good arm in Navarrete. And it's going to take at least maybe 1-2 times through the order to get back to what they usually see in their spring seasons.
The 2-2 pitch catch is the bottom of the zone. Strike 3 called. Aiden Torek goes down looking. Alex Navarrete, 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 for the game, and it's the first 1-2-3 half inning of the ball game. The Power still maintain a 1-run lead, 2-1 as we head to the 4th. You're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Welcome back to Palm Springs as Bear Pinedo gets set to go on his second time through the order, his fourth inning of work. EJ Sanchez taking over for the middle innings, along with Adam Oppenheim, who so brilliantly took you through the first three. Leading off in the top of the fourth for the Pirates will be Landon Greenhouse, the center fielder, who singled back in the second. Bear Pinedo set at the belt from the first base side of the rubber in his first pitch of the fourth inning. Misses down low, ball one at 82.
These middle innings are really interesting to watch as someone who's been a reliever in his collegiate career, how he fares through these innings.
Check swing on the second pitch, send it down to first, and they say he went around. And it's a 1-1 count now to Landon Greenhouse. And Adam, you're absolutely right. This is usually where you're used to pitching. And now with Bear getting the start today, he'll turn it over at some point tonight to a combination of Dylan Van Meeteren and Holden Phelps. But for right now, he has a 2-1 lead in the top of the fourth. The power over the Pirates. The 1-1 well out of the zone and handled by Cortez. It's 2-1. The second time through the order, you're starting to see a lot more off-speed pitches from Bear. Pinedo with the 2-1, slash to second base. Kashimoto up with it on two hops, delivers to first for the first out of the inning. 4-3 on the putout for those scoring at home. It'll bring up Brett Bowers.
And what type of pitches you throw and just how you're mixing them up don't matter as much as a reliever when you're only going through the order a maximum of one time. As a starter, if you show everything during the player's first at-bat, then the second at-bat comes through, and they have a great feel for what you're throwing on the mound.
Pinedo's first pitch to Brett Bowers falls outside. Which one of us played college baseball, Adam? You're absolutely right that things start to change during this part of the game. 1-0 with Pinedo set. The bright yellow batting gloves off of Bowers' tan bat. Second pitch also falls outside. No action yet in the bullpen. Pinedo with the gray cleats, muttered with the brown dirt here at Palm Springs Stadium, and the all-white jerseys as we detailed earlier. First pitch, or first strike I should say, is swung on and missed on the outside corner, going back to the fastball at 89.
I gotta say, those white Palm Springs Power jerseys look awesome.
2-1. I think you're right. We're big into the white uniforms. Up here, the 2-1 pitch misses outside, so Bear getting behind of Bowers, who walked in the second inning, playing right field today for the Pirates. Pinedo trying to get back into it. 3-1. Swing and a miss again on the outside corner. A pitcher's pitch on the 3-1 count, just touching the outside corner. And Bears really relying on the fastball to try to establish the strike zone right now, Adam.
Some could say he's bearing down.
I love you so much. Payoff pitch. Just outside, and Bear wanted it. He started his strut around the mound, but Brett Bowers has yet to record an official at-bat. He's on for the second time today with 2 walks. Sonny Rios steps in after grounding into a 6-4-3 double play to end the second.
And that's a pitch that Brad Cloud has called a little bit in this game, but the key is it's been more on the fastball, on the breaking ball where he tries to get to that back door. It looks a little more outside to the umpire.
First pitch to Sonny Rios falls low. And our official score tonight, Stephen Buxton chiming in that was deserved for Adam's bear down comments. I disagree. I thought it was great. The 1-0 from Pinedo on that first base side of the rubber. High leg kick delivers home, and this one's low. And 2-0 count to Sonny Rios, the third baseman. Pinedo trying to establish some rhythm, already back set, delivers. This one's sky towards the right field line. It'll get out of play towards the park that we have here at Palm Springs Stadium. Beautiful community center that welcomes everyone in Palm Springs, and we're getting ready for a big week here at the ballpark, getting ready for the 4th of July game next week, Adam. The Power against the PSCL All-Stars. 2-1, cut on and missed. Bear gets back into it, evens the count at 2-2. 1 out in the 4th. Power leading the Pirates 2-1. Appreciate everybody that's been chiming in on our YouTube chat. Let us know where you're listening from. We know our listening spans all across the states. We have some write-ins from Hawaii. We love engaging with our audience here in Palm Springs. 2-2 inside, blocked by Cortez. Heading down to second is Bowers, and he'll get in there as the ball trickled halfway between the plate and the mound, and Angel couldn't keep it close to him. It's such a tough block.
And obviously, it's good if you hit it forward because you keep it in front of you, but that one just bounced too far off Cortez and no chance to get Bowers at second base. Now, that's a risky play. If you're a runner and the catcher blocks it forward towards where he's throwing, making the throw shorter, you can sometimes get canned at second base, but that time it was a really good read by Bowers.
Have to compliment the read of him. 3-2, 1 out. Pinedo, after a couple of checks, delivers. Just upstairs, and Bear again wincing, wanting the call. It's not to come. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Brings up the 9-man, Eddie Alfaro, who was the victim of another good play by Pinedo earlier in the game. On a line drive snag off of 1 hop. Interesting point here for Bear Pinedo, who's set, kicks and fires. Catches the outside corner for a strike.
And that's pretty much the same spot as the slider that was not called a strike, but on that fastball, that direct line to the corner, it looks like it just catches the outside corner.
Brad Claude has been pretty good behind the plate tonight. Ben Sontag in the field. The 0-1 from Pinedo is cut on and missed. And back-to-back fastballs, and this is where you have been with Pinedo. He's been able to be consistent with his fastball. I'd be surprised to see anything else here.
And especially because Alfaro's way behind the pitch. You got to go back to the heater on 0-2.
We'll see what they do on the 0-2 from Pinedo. Swung on and missed, held on by Cortez behind the plate. A big strikeout for Bayer Pinedo, his 4th of the game. And we'll flip the lineup. Isaiah Walls will have an opportunity with 2 men on in the top of the 4th.
And that's just keeping it simple if you're Bayer Pinedo. If a hitter's behind the fastball, there's no reason to go the off-speed pitch and let their bat get around to it. Instead, blow another heater by him.
Walls 0 for 1, has reached both times. He reached on an error by Kashimoto in the 3rd. First pitch from Pinedo to him is way outside, and Cortez able to slide to his right to make the snag. Riley Becker in Katy, Texas, checking in as he always does, one of our bigger Power fans.
Is he a lifelong one?
Very recent. The Power always drawing in new fans day in and day out. Walls gets ready for his 1-0 from Pinedo. Cuts on this and sends it into right field, sending Noah Blythe back, who jumps and makes the catch above his head to put out the fire in the 4th. No runs come around for the Pirates after a couple of walks. Pinedo is through 4 innings, and the Power have a 2-1 lead as we go to the home half of the 4th here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey Power Baseball fans, looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bring you back to Palm Springs for the bottom of the fourth. EJ Sanchez joined by Adam Oppenheim today in the booth. 2-1 Power lead. The Pirates 1 run on 1 hit with no errors. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Power. 2 errors to their name as we're finishing up our Cindy Piper State Farm Race Around the Bases. It's another one of the amazing events we get to do day in and day out here at Palm Springs Stadium.
That's some good effort around the bases. Some tight turns.
All the way around. The fan interaction is one of the many things you come to love here at Palm Springs Stadium. And the Houston area has already checked in. We know Noah Blythe's parents have been huge fans of the broadcast. We've seen them chiming in on social media throughout the last few days, and enjoyed watching Noah and the rest of this Power team as they embark on a 19-game winning streak in the early going. Adam, while we have some time here, I think it's important for Power fans to realize just the scope of what's currently happening right now. Undefeated seasons don't happen, and it's a long way to go before we get to the middle of July. But you have to at least stop and smell the roses every once in a while and appreciate what this team is doing, not only for the community, but for the reputation of not only the CPCL as a league, but also just the team in general.
It's the beautiful thing about summer baseball. You bring all these players together from different colleges in the spring that have different stories about how they've made it to this certain school, you know, how they were in high school, if they were high school teammates, if they faced each other. And they come together for a summer and get to play at a beautiful place like Palm Springs. There's nothing better than that.
There really isn't. Noah Blythe would be the first one to tell you as he skies this one towards the first base side, hoping for a play as Michael Rhoda. He's not going to have one. And Blythe is behind 0-1. Had the RBI triple in the first. Noah continued to do what he's done over the last 3 years. Noted Justin Timberlake fan as well, one of the main walk-up songs that fans have come to love. Summer Love by JT, just always hitting the spot for all those 2000s pop listeners. Blythe sends another one down the first base side, and he's behind 0-2, and he's upset with himself. He got a fastball in the heart of the plate, just missed it.
I was going to say, that's one of the older JT songs.
We can get into a JT talk off the air. Trust me, I have plenty of thoughts for you. The 0-2 to Blythe. Swung on and skied into center field. Landon Greenhouse ranges over to his left into the right center. He'll put it away above his head for the first out of the inning. Brings up the backstop Angel Cortez, who flew out in the first, officially 0-1.
I think where Brett Bowers was standing, that ball, where it was caught by Greenhouse, was probably 5 to 7 steps from him. Instead, Greenhouse had a really good look, and if you're the right fielder, if you're called off by the center fielder, that's his play to make.
Center fielders will be the first one to tell you. They're taking every ball that they can possibly get to. That's why you love the relationships between those corner outfielders and their center fielder. Cortez sees his first pitch, and it goes outside and just a little bit low. It gets past Patterson, the catcher. He's ahead 1-0. Had the chance to talk to Angel yesterday, and for those that don't know his story, started his season at the University of San Diego. Things don't work out. He's able to hop to Cal State University Northridge. Just talking about the transfer portal and how it can be so good for others, and, you know, it's a detriment to others. But he really has said it excels him because he's able to find a situation where he can play and utilize his talents in the best program possible for him.
Yeah, and obviously these high school players who want to play collegiate baseball, sometimes you can't get into that dream school you want right away.
Cortez taps this one down the third base line. Going to be a tough play for Rios, who throws on the run, and it gets past the first baseman, Rhoda. Heading to second will be Angel. He'll stop there. We'll wait for the official ruling. I would think that's an error with the throw on the run that usually is pretty typical for third baseman, but Angel's not going to complain as he goes to give his ankle guard to Casey Dill, trot back to second. RBI chance for the newest member of the Power, Fred Buxton.
That's a really tough play for Rios. I think he made a decent throw, but I think it hit the lip of where the grass turned into dirt and it just hopped up. That is a very unfortunate bounce for the Pirates.
It'll go down as an E5. Buxton, who struck out his first time, sends it right back to third base, and Rios, who fields it on the backhand. Strong throw across to get Buxton by a step. Well, there's no better way to make up for it than that. Maybe even a tougher play ranging to his backside, and is able to complete the play at first. 2 outs in the inning.
Baseball's a funky game. You make the error, And the next ball comes right to you, as they say. When you sub in a baseball game late, the ball will find you.
This is an infield that plays a little quicker than most. Here in Palm Springs, the desert air makes it a little quicker to play on for an infielder. Kashimoto steps in. He sees a breaking pitch on the outside corner for a strike. He taps it back on a beautiful play by Navarrete in the second inning, trying to bunt for a hit. Navarrete fielded with his bare hand, able to throw him out. This pitch is sent into the screen against Cody. He's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Kashimoto out of Kaneohe, Hawaii, also the same hometown as the pitching coach for the Power, Reed Santos. Common bond between the two Hawaiians as he sees this pitch outside for a ball, a fastball at 89. Set it up right there was Patterson, about 2 to 3 balls off.
You're very confident in that pronunciation.
I did practice before I got here today. I will not lie to the people at home. The 1-2 to Kashimoto is sent down the left field line. It'll reach the concession stand, and Sue and her team, who've done such a good job for years here at Palm Springs Stadium. The count will stay at 1-2.
EJ, it's impressive nonetheless. I mean, still 1 for 1 on air. What are you batting?
1,000. And I will take that any day of the week. Cody Kashimoto is just hoping to go 1,000 in this at-bat. He sends this down the left field line and foul, and he's going to have to go get a new piece of lumber as it goes off the end of his bat. Should he reach, Michael Gonzalez waits on deck. In the top of the 5th for the Pirates, Adrian Diaz, Michael Rhoda, and Chad Green will be scheduled to hit. It's starting to cool off in Palm Springs. That makes for another gorgeous night in the Coachella Valley. Down to 95 with these misters and a 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from left center. To go to your point earlier, makes it that much harder to try to get a ball out of here as there is some action in the Power bullpen. Dylan Van Meeteren starting to get going. I do not envy these hitters having to go against Bear Pinedo 88 to 89 and then Dylan Van Meeteren, who can get up to 94. Kashimoto resets with his new piece of lumber. 1-2. Sent into left field, coming on is Diaz, who will put it away and make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs on no hits. There was an error. We've played full 4 innings here in Palm Springs. The Power lead the Pirates 2-1 when we return for the top of the 5th on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Of outdoor living spaces in the desert, nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Top of the 5th in the desert, EJ Sanchez joined by Adam Oppenheim. Bear Pinedo gets set for his 5th inning of work on Fitness Night here at Palm Springs Stadium, presented by Haven Training Center and Orange Theory. An amazing night that's been put on once again by our marketing team, who has really come up with some fun promotions over the last couple of weeks. Adrian Diaz will step in. He struck out in the 1st and then reached on an E5 in the 3rd. Michael Rhoda will follow him, followed by Chad Green. The Pirates simulating a game that was very close also on the road. The only 2 road games that the Power have played this season. That was a 9-6 and 42 sweep for the Power. Pinedo's first pitch to Diaz is cut on and missed. The fastball that is in the heart of the plate. with 13 inches of horizontal break. The two seem really working right now for Bear. Already back set, the 0-1 is lifted into right field. Coming on is Noah, who will come on and play it on a hop and retreat it back into second. It was a leadoff hit, only the second hit for the Pirates, who get off to a good start in the fourth against Pinedo.
Smart play by Noah Blythe. Was thinking about trying to lay out for that ball. That was dropping really quickly. And if that ball is by him, that is 3 bases at least.
Right fielders need to have some fun too, Adam. The first pitch to Rhoda is in there for a called strike. Out of Cypress College, another one of these California community colleges, batted .273 in his last season. Rhoda flew out in the first and then struck out in the third. One of 4 strikeout victims for Bear Pinedo today. Pinedo checks, set. After a couple of hops, takes one look at the runner at first and Diaz, delivers back, fires home in the dirt, blocked by Cortez. Falls right in front of the plate, able to hold Diaz at first. The count is 1-1.
And this is right where Bear Pinedo struggled last time out. Was doing so well until he got to the 5th where he allowed 4 runs.
Pinedo, check, set at the belt, delivers home, catches the inside corner, so he's ahead 1-2. Looks like Van Meteren is to a point in the bullpen. It looks like he's delivering between every 3 to 4 pitches. Tyler Nelson, the bullpen catcher, down the third base line. There goes Diaz down to second. The throw to Cortez. He's got him. Angel Cortez cuts down Adrian Diaz. He helps out his pitcher, Pinedo. There's 1 out in the top of the 5th.
Really great pop time by Cortez to get out of his stance quickly on a pitch that was a fastball down in the zone. Tough throw. Kashimoto made a great tag to go from his right side of his body to his left to lay down the tag just in time. That is not easy to throw on that quick of a tag.
The 2-2 swung on and missed, and Pinedo turns a leadoff single into 2 quick outs. 2 outs in the top of the 5th with the Power leading the Pirates 2-1. Can you tell I'm excited about great catcher play, Adam?
I can. I mean, I love great defense too.
5 strikeouts for Bear Pinedo, and what figures to be one of his last hitters. It's Chad Green. Struck out looking in the first, walked in the third. Pinedo looking to empty the tank. Misses outside on his first offering.
And we talk about bad defense and how it affects a pitcher. How about good defense helping your pitcher out? That gives him that extra boost of confidence.
Pinedo's 1-0. In there for a called strike. Going back to the fastball. And he's still sitting at 89, Adam. Bear knows this could be the end of the road. Cortez sets up inside. 1-1, misses high. The all-tan bat for Chad Green with the black bat grip along the lower part of his bat with the blue helmet, the white 1-3 sticking off of his back with the red ankle guard down his left leg. 2-1. Cut on and missed. It's 2-2. Back-to-back fastballs as the crowd starts to get into it for multiple reasons here at Palm Springs Stadium. Deuces wild. 2-2. 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Pinedo looking to end his day with a bang. The 2. Blocked by Cortez. And we'll do it again. The count will run full. The 2s, excuse me to everybody listening at home. And Cortez looks like he might have caught a little bit of a stinger as home plate umpire Brad Claude will give Angel a couple minutes to gather his bearings. We'll do it again at 3-2 with 2 outs. Pinedo set. Deep breath, fires. Skies it to right field. Kashimoto calling for it. Haller's also there. Here's Noah Blythe, and Haller's not able to make the catch as he ventures into short right field. Reaching is Chad Green. A confusing play into the Bermuda Triangle down right field. Adam, usually that's Cody Kashimoto or Noah Blythe's ball. The last guy that should be taking that is Austin Haller.
You're right, because Haller, he just has to pretty much backpedal as a first baseman. He has no direct angle to the ball. You want to go diagonally. Blythe had the angle from right field to go diagonally to his left. Cody Kashimoto also want to go diagonally backwards into his left.
This one is tapped up the middle. Diving, stop by Kashimoto. The throw to first. He's got him. Oh, my, Cody Kashimoto. He steals a hit from Chad Green and turns away the Pirates in the fifth. My goodness, what a way to finish off the top of the fifth in Palm Springs. The Power looking to add on some runs when we return on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report.
Welcome back to Palm Springs for the bottom of the fifth. Michael Gonzalez will lead things off. He'll be followed by Dom Hughes and Eli Brown to finish off the second time through the lineup. This one is sent on a line to short, and it's right there for Isaiah Walls to stab at it and make the play. One pitch, one out. That ball was pieced at 90 miles an hour off the bat of Michael Gonzalez. A tough luck leadoff out.
That ball was hit hard, and honestly, Alex Navarrete has not thrown a lot of pitches in the middle of the plate. He has been dotting corners against this Power team. You just talk about the two in the first. That's all he's allowed.
Dom Hughes, one of the first four hits, as this one is backhanded by Alfaro up the middle, and he makes a nice play on a slide, and he gets it to first to beat Hughes by a couple of steps. 2 pitches, 2 outs. As good as Bear Pinedo has been, Alex Navarrete has been equal to the task in keeping this Power lineup at bay thus far.
Great play by Alfaro at second base. It makes it look easy because he got a great jump to the ball and was able to spin and throw accurately on the first in time. Seen some good defense in this game. I know there's 4 errors on the board, but still.
Navarrete's first pitch to Eli Brown falls outside at 89. Looks like this is Navarrete's game right now, and for good reason. No action in the bullpen. Adrian Diaz, Landon Greenhouse, Brett Bauer still along the outfield from left to right. Second pitch to Eli Brown falls inside. A breaking pitch, just missing the inside corner. Sonny Rios, Isaiah Walls, Eddie Alfaro, Michael Rhoda along the infield, and Garrett Patterson doing the catching as he receives a 2-0 pitch that is tapped up the middle on a couple of hops. Having to throw on the run is Eddie Alfaro, who gets Eli Brown by a couple of steps. Boy, if you love good defense, you have come to the right place on your Saturday night. Through full 5 complete innings, the Power lead the Pirates 2-1, and we'll return here on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
2 locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Bottom of the 5th here in Palm Springs. A new pitcher on the mound for the Power, Dylan Van Meeteren out of Lee University, the 6'4", 200-pounder that comes in, making his 5th appearance of the season, 5 2/3 innings. He's only given up 2 hits. Here's the kicker, though, Adam. 7 walks, and he's pitching to a 3.18 ERA. So I think you can say, just from the numbers, if Dylan's able to stay in the zone and avoid those free passes, same way Pinedo was, it'll turn into a good outing for him.
For sure, EJ. The last time Dylan Van Meeteren allowed a hit, that was on June 1st, almost a month ago. Allowed 2 hits against the SoCal Mavericks.
The first pitch out of the windup, Van Meeteren delivers home, and it's skied back behind home plate, and it'll reach the park behind us. Landon Greenhouse will lead things off. He hit a single in the second, grounded out to second in the 4th. That pitch, a breaking pitch from Van Meeteren. The fastball is able to catch the heart of the zone at 93. One of the more electric fastballs on this entire staff for the Power. Dylan set with his locks flowing out of this red PSP hat. Delivers home, and he just misses the outside corner on a slider at 86.
And that's what makes Van Meeteren so tough. The fastball, 2 pitches, he just fires in there for strikes, and the slider just misses the outside corner.
Van Meeteren delivers the 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him with the fastball. Dylan Van Meeteren, 1 batter, 1 out. Brings up Brett Bowers, who has yet to record an official at-bat. He has 2 walks, 1 in the second, 1 in the 4th.
Dylan Van Meeteren made Landon Greenhouse look very confused at the plate. He was late to the fastball and early to the slider.
Van Meteren's first pitch to Bowers misses outside at 92. I think I misspoke. It might have been a changeup from Van Meeteren. Thankful for our TrackMan technologies, manned by John Tessier tonight up here in the press box. Second pitch to Bowers, runs inside. Back-to-back fastballs from Dylan.
Yeah, they're the ones that make us look really good when we have all these stats. No, we're not just eyeballing it, you know.
No, we have the numbers, Adam. I don't think you want us to have our radar gun. Van Meteren's 2-0 is waved at and missed by Bowers. 3 straight fastballs, and Holden Phelps is already getting loose. We talked to Reed Santos earlier today. Dylan's just hoping to get through a clean inning and stay consistent with what he's been able to do so far in these short outings. Waits long, now brings the glove to his mouth, brings it back to his hip, kicks and fires, and a breaking ball didn't get out of his hand. It's 3-1.
Seems like he just did not release that baseball at the right time. Maybe a little bit late.
It's important for Dylan to find consistent arm slots and landing points, and Reed Santos pointed to that being a thing he has to work on. This pitch is skied into right field. Blythe coming on, settles, and he'll make the catch just below his chin, above his red power numbers on the top of his jersey. And there's 2 away in the 6th.
So far, Dylan Van Meeteren has been able to locate his fastball. And that's a giant key for manager Casey Dill. It sounds obvious, but when you're struggling as a pitcher and you haven't allowed hits, the one thing that could be is walks.
Rios sends the first pitch he sees into center field on a couple of hops. Rios with his first hit of the ball game. He's now 1 for 2. Trying to get things going with 2 outs and sending the 9-man Eddie Alfaro to the plate, who tapped back to Pinedo in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th.
And that's a really good adjustment by Sonny Rios. You see the 2 guys in front of you, watch a lot of fastballs go by. that are in the middle of the plate, attacking on Van Meeteren right away, and gets a good pitch to hit in the middle of the zone.
First time we've seen Van Meeteren out of the stretch. High leg kick delivers home on a breaking pitch that fools Alfaro. He swings through it for strike one.
He was guessing on fastball there. And that's what happens when it's 93-94. You're trying to get your bat around to it quick.
For good reason. Van Meeteren set at the belt. Slightly closed off stance with a bend in his back leg on the back of the rubber. Swings through strike two is Alfaro. And now you're really in a blender. You swung through two breaking pitches and haven't even seen the 94-mile-an-hour fastball yet. Van Meeteren trying to pitch a clean sixth inning. He's ahead 0-2 on Eddie Alfaro. Set, delivery. In the dirt, and it's 1-2. You're seeing a little bit of a jump. You're pointing it out up here, Adam. Sonny Rios looks like he might take off.
You got to put someone in motion in a close game. The Power have only allowed 4 hits. But Palm Springs, they've only had 4 hits of their own.
Van Meeteren set, been throwing about 1-4 to the plate. 1-2 just misses upstairs. And the track man we have up here says that wasn't particularly close. It was a breaking pitch that started on the top of the zone and then comfortably finished inside of it. But Brad Claude said it was too high. We'll do it at 2-2. 2 outs in the 6th. The Power clinging to a 1-run lead. Check swing, ball in the dirt. They'll send it down to Sontag, who says he did not go around. It's 3-2, and Cortez had that ball go off of his wrist as he shakes out his left hand.
Are you feeling that up here in the booth, EJ?
Every single time, my amazing partner. You'll get the runner taking off with the pitch. Van Meeteren, 3-2, 2 outs. Taken high and inside, and back-to-back 2-out base runners for the Pirates. They'll be able to flip the order, and Isaiah Walls will get a chance, who also was up their last big scoring chance with 2 on in the 4th inning.
That's so tough if you're Dylan Van Meeteren. When the 1-2 pitch was clearly in for a strike, that time you throw it a little bit higher and still looks like it catches the zone. But you know you're not getting that call now because of the established zone.
First pitch is sent up the middle. It'll be a base hit. Getting the green light is Diaz. The throw to the plate from Torek is wide, and this game is tied. 3 straight reach with 2 outs in the 6th. And it's 2-2 after the RBI single for Isaiah Walls.
What a day from Isaiah Walls. Takes a pitch up in the zone, right back up the middle on the ground. A great piece of hitting. And just like that, we have a 2-2 game in the 6th.
Van Meeteren not out of the woods yet. Looks like Holden Phelps is ready in the bullpen should he need to come in and relieve Van Meeteren. Adrian Diaz sees a breaking pitch land on the inside corner for a strike. Adrian struck out in the 1st, reached on an error in the 3rd, and singled and was caught stealing in the 5th. One of the tightest games the Power have played in recent memory. The 0-1 to Diaz. In the dirt, well blocked by Cortez. Keeps it in front of him, preventing any further advancement. It's 1-1.
And that's a giant play because that would be 2 runners in scoring position. And then if there's a wild pitch, it allows another runner in to score. So you give Van Meeteren a little more room to work, especially if he wants to go in the dirt.
The 1-1 pitch is outside. Van Meeteren, after striking out his first batter, seemed to have lost a little bit of control with his fastball. He'll need it to get out of this. Diaz with 2 men on. Looking for the go-ahead run. Sends this one into the infield. Holler calling for it. Calls off Kashimoto. And he puts it away, and that will retire the side. But not before the Pirates tie things up. They get a run on 2 hits. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 ball game on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
New pitcher in the bottom of the 6th as we bring you back to Palm Springs. E.J. Sanchez along with Adam Oppenheim today in the desert as there's a new pitcher on the mound in the form of Alex Chavez, the recent graduate, and facing his first collegiate summer league. Already pitching some big games as a 6'3" right-hander, pitching in a regional game in the CIF state playoffs this last season out of Orange Lutheran High School. Pitched in the Southern California Regional Division I final this last year. So he's going to be going against the power lineup, looking to take the lead going into the late innings. They'll start off with Austin Haller, who singled in the first, came around to score, struck out in the third. Haller leading the team in most offensive categories, namely one of the longest hitting streaks, along with the most hits on the team, is the Western Kentucky Hilltopper. He sees his first pitch and sends it back into the seats. It's 0-1. Chavez's first pitch coming in at 88 miles an hour.
But you got to say, what a start from the Inland Valley Pirates. Alex Navarrete, who gave up 2 in the first and then held the power scoreless in the next 4 innings.
It was aided by a couple of errors in that first inning. Second pitch to Haller is away and high. He evens the count at 1-1. Haller wearing the red 7 today instead of his usual white number 5, with the power being in their all white jerseys today. The 1-1 pitch is outside and low. He gets ahead 2-1.
I'd argue that's the best opposing pitching performance we've seen this summer against the power.
Absolutely. Jake Entrup with the Inland Valley Legends having a lead going into the 7th inning, also up there. The 2-1 is also away. So Haller in a hitter's count with his pants near his knee, with the black socks showing, the gray cleats to go along with the sliding mitt hanging out of his left back pocket. 3-1. Sent into right field, and it's going to go foul. He gave it a charge, but the count will go full.
Really good pitch by Chavez. You're thinking on 3-1, you got to throw something that definitely catches the zone. Austin Haller, he is looking to swing on 3-0, and that pitch jammed him up inside.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Austin knew it. After seeing 4 straight fastballs, dropping a changeup is Alex Chavez, and the first out is recorded here in the 6th.
Just a great pitch on the outside corner. As a hitter like Austin Haller, you know the zone super well, so you know if the ball's outside. He knew that one was in the zone.
Aiden Torek steps in, fouls away his first pitch back to the screen. Torek singled in the first, came around to score on the RBI triple from Noah Blythe. He also was a strikeout victim in the third. The Power have struck out 5 times tonight. The 0-1 also sent back to the screen, and it's quickly 0-2. The theme of both of these pitchers right now between Chavez and Navarrete, Adam, both of them are just simply getting ahead.
0 walks that the Pirates have allowed. I'd venture to say that's the first time this summer that that's happened.
The 0-2 is waved at and missed by Torek. Chased upstairs at 87. There's 2 quick outs via the strikeout in the home half of the 6th. It'll bring up Noah Blythe.
That elevated heater is so dangerous and hard to hit. Coming in at 87, that looked like it was right up there near 90.
And with the spin rate near 1,800, you're right. It does play a little faster when it's up in the zone. Wouldn't be surprised to see Noah try to tee up a fastball early. His first pitch is a breaking pitch on the outside corner, and looks like it might have buckled the knees of Noah. It's a little prolonged stare back at Chavez. It's 0-1. Quickly bank in, out of the windup is Chavez. Sends it, line drive straight to Walls at short. And a quick 6th inning for Palm Springs as we've played 6 complete innings. 2-2 ball game. Adam Oppenheim will take you the rest of the way when we return on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. 2-2 in the top of the 7th between the Inland Valley Pirates and the Palm Springs Power. 19-0 on the year, 10-0 in CPCL play. And it's a new pitcher in for the Power. It's Holden Phelps out of Pittsburgh. The 6'5", 215-pound right-hander is pitched in 5 games for the Power this year, 12 2/3. With a .71 ERA. Last time he allowed an earned run was June 5th against the Santa Clarita Victory. That was in a 17-7 win. This is a big-time pressure spot.
Just a good situation to be in if you're Holden. These are the situations you want to be in, Adam. Winning is great. It's been fun, and you've earned every single piece of it. 13-3 on a Wednesday. I mean, yes, you get things out of it. 2-2 on a Saturday night. It doesn't get much better than that. I know there's nobody in the stadium that wants to be in this situation more than Holden Phelps as he looks to try to at least hold the rope until this offense can start to scratch across a couple of runs. But this is what it's about. It's not about the 14-2 games, Adam. It's about the 2-2 ball game that we have in front of us right now.
Michael Rhoda will begin the inning. Foul ball down the third base line. Phelps was excellent his last time out against the San Diego Waves a week ago. On Saturday, went 3 innings, picked up the win. Faced 13 batters, struck out 5 of them, walked 1, and allowed just 2 hits. The 0-1 pitch misses high, and it's 1-1. So Bear Pinedo goes 5 innings, and Van Meteren does the job in the 6th. 1-1 on Rhoda. Here's the pitch. Just got a piece of it back to the net. It's 1-2.
I think what I like the most so far about the season that Phelps has had, Adam, is that he has a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the mound, which is simply outstanding. 16 strikeouts to go along with 4 walks. He's not making mistakes himself.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Way out ahead of the breaking ball. Rhoda goes down swinging for the first out of the 7th.
Phelps able to take a little bit off, and back-to-back tunneling of both Van Meteren, who's 6'4", Phelps, who is also tall in stature. This is just so much harder for an offense to deal with when you have to deal with that long reach that cuts down the amount of time you're able to see the pitch.
Chad Green takes first pitch for a strike on a fastball right at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. You mentioned that strikeout to walk ratio. That is something everyone looks for in a really good pitcher, as that pitch is fouled off. It's 0-2.
It just means that you are able to be consistent when you're talking about being competitive in the zone, because being competitive in the zone and giving up hits or walking people are 2 different things.
Here's the 0-2, misses in the dirt. It's 1-2. This last year at Pitt, Phelps was 1-1, 7.03 ERA in 10 appearances. Also started 5 games, 24 and a third, 23 strikeouts to 10 walks. That's right back off Phelps' leg on the shortstop. Buxton, who fires the first in time. A casual 1-6-3. It hit the leg of Phelps, who was trying to get out of the way. Takes a great hop, a power hop to Buxton, who throws it to Haller in time for the second out.
You've managed to use power hop and bear down in the same broadcast. We are on fire tonight, Adam, but really after it goes off his leg, it turns into a simple two-hopper to Buxton. After that, all he has to do is set his feet and make a nice throw, and a bounce goes in the way of the power.
First pitch is outside to Garrett Patterson, 0 for 3 on the day. A lot of good pitching and defense here tonight, Palm Springs Stadium. Pitch is off the end of Patterson's bat. It's 1-1. Holden Phelps looking for a 1-2-3 inning. It'll be the first time that a power pitcher has done that tonight against this scrappy Pirates offense. The 1-1 pitch. Patterson comes up empty on the breaking ball.
People forget that this was the team that really put the first scare on the road against the Power earlier in the season.
The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Holden Phelps went back to the changeup and picks up 2 strikeouts in the inning as he sets the Pirates down 1-2-3. It's time to stretch here at Palm Springs Stadium. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th. Tied at 2 between the Palm Springs Power and the Inland Valley Pirates. Stay with us. You're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. A discussion between coaches to start here between the Pirates and the Power. In the bottom of the 7th, maybe a potential injury. Just a interesting start to the 7th. See if we can get a number on who's walking off the field. Bottom of the 7th, 2-2, Power and the Pirates. Looks like that's Isaiah Walls, number 6, heading towards the dugout. Has his hand covered with a towel. Looks like going out to left field is Chad Green, number 13. We'll see if we can see any of these other defensive substitutions. So Alex Chavez trying to stay warm in the bottom of the 7th. After he retired the power, 1-2-3, Haller struck out, Torek struck out, and Noah Blythe lined out to shortstop, going through the heart of the lineup. EJ, not many pitchers have done that this year against Palm Springs.
No, it's impressive as all you can say. And Mason Smith is the new second baseman. And now there's still action down in the right field bullpen, as it looks like now there's going to be a pitching change. So things are going to get squared away. We just hope that everybody on the field tonight is staying safe as much as they can. And looks like we'll be able to step aside and get some information on the new pitcher when we come back, Adam.
Let's do that, EJ. We'll head back for hopefully the start of the bottom of the 7th right after this. 2-2, Pirates in the Power. You're watching Power Baseball on the Power Broadcast Network.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Hamburgers, all about.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. It's a new pitcher, Mason Smith, on the mound. Alex Chavez just goes 1 inning, faces the minimum 3 batters. It's the righty Mason Smith from Fullerton College on the mound.
A little bit of a delay here, Adam, but again, hopefully that Isaiah Wall is able to get the treatment that he needs. It is a little warm in Palm Springs. We're finishing up a beautiful Saturday night, though, and the place to be during the summer. We're still trying to get you all the substitutions as they are becoming available to us as well. Gavin Garcia is the new shortstop for Inland Valley, and Aiden Haller, the brother of Austin Haller, is at second base with Austin Smith on the mound. So thank you for bearing with us as we're able to get you the right positions, the right numbers to take you the rest of the way.
Bottom of the 7th, Mason Smith throwing a lot of warm-up pitches. You obviously have a lot of time when something like that comes out of the blue. Substitution of pitchers.
Looks like we're finally going to get back to baseball.
It was a good time just jamming to the music, but I think it's time to play this really close game. Tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Angel Cortez who leads off the 7th. The first pitch from Smith is in the dirt, ball 1 at Fullerton. He didn't pitch during his freshman year, and that is something you see a lot at the collegiate level is you don't always get the opportunity to pitch or to play right away. Cortez grounds the next one off down the third base line. So it's 1-1 on Angel Cortez. 0 for 2, reached on an error back in the 4th. The 1-1 pitch to Cortez. It's on the ground to the shortstop, Garcia. He'll field and fire onto first accurately for out number 1 of the 7th.
It was really important for Smith in that kind of a situation to come in and try to pump strikes. That fire drill is never fun for anybody down in the bullpen, and if you ask a lot of pitchers, sometimes it turns into some of their best outings. It just you don't get to overthink it, and you really just have to go trial by fire, and he does a good job of getting Cortez there.
Fred Buxton is next up. First pitch to Buxton is inside, ball 1. Tied at 2 here in the 7th. 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. 2 runs on 4 hits, a couple of errors, being 2 for the Power. Buxton swings through the 1-0 pitch. It's 1-1. Fred Buxton, who had a giant 2 hits last night. Not the Power player of the game for the Power last night. But he comes up empty on that breaking ball. It's 77 in the dirt, and he's in a hole now. It's 1-2. Fred Buxton. Mason Smith will kick and deliver the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. They tag out Buxton. Does Patterson behind the plate. A big strikeout for Mason Smith, and it's 2 up, 2 down the 7th, and no matter what pitcher Inland Valley's turning to, it is working out terrifically.
They both have their A-plus stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that, Adam. And when you're talking about Palm Springs, it's just about making an adjustment. 2 of the better arms that they've faced over the last 3 weeks or so, and for good reason, it's kept them at bay with 2 runs on 4 hits.
Cody Kashimoto steps in, takes the first pitch outside on a fastball at 83, ball 1. Adam Oppenheim alongside E.J. Sanchez. A terrific game here in the Valley. The 1-0 pitch misses inside or high, according to our home plate umpire, Brad Cloud. Pitch that was fully in the zone, to be completely transparent. The 2-0 pitch to Kashimoto, right back up the middle, base hit. Garcia can't make the play. It goes into center field, and Kashimoto is aboard with a 2-out single.
Well, Cody just unfortunately had his on-base streak come to an end when he had to leave a game prematurely, but he gets a new one started, lacing a fastball right back up the middle. Came off his bat at 97, Adam. Well, a guy of Cody's stature can't hit the ball much harder than that.
Michael Gonzalez at the plate. We'll see if Kashimoto's sent into scoring position if the Power tests the arm of Garrett Patterson. First pitch in is a ground ball to Garcia. He'll flip over to second for the force. And Mason Smith retires the Power, facing 4 batters with 1 hit in the inning. We're still tied at 2 in the 8th. You're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Hamburgers, all about.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Aiden Haller begins the top of the eighth. Skies into left center field. Aiden Torek is under it as it hangs up in the deep night sky. He makes the catch. 5.5 seconds of hang time from Austin's brother Aiden. Austin giving him a little talk as he goes back to his dugout.
Much better than the last time these two squared off, and it was brother on brother when it came to pitching and hitting. Unfortunately, Aiden, it's funny to laugh about now, Aiden able to hit Austin on the ankle. He ended up being okay. But the YouTube comments coming in, Adam, they say the power quartet rules, and we had a gentleman's quartet both singing the national anthem, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and God Bless America.
That was awesome stuff. That was really fun to listen to. Brett Bowers swings at the first pitch, foul ball down the right field line. Second pitch misses high, so the count moves to 1-1. Holden Phelps working into his second inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Fastball by the bat of Bowers. Came in at 87. And you have a feeling manager Casey Dale on this 2-2 ball game is throwing everything out in order to beat this Pirates team, keep the winning streak alive. 19-0 on the year. That next pitch is fouled back to the right of us in the press box. 38 wins going back to last year. If you're tuning in nearly every broadcast, you continue to hear the number get higher and higher. And the Power have not lost yet this year. Next pitch misses high, and the count's even at 2-2. One out, top of the eighth. The Power only scored 2 runs in this ballgame. It came back in the bottom of the first. They've been held scoreless the last 6. That ball is sent to left center field. Aiden Torek on the run. He's going to make the catch. Sliding down into the left center field gap. Great catch, Aiden Torek, for the second out.
It's not an easy play to make. He's playing shaded in right center field because of the velocity of Holden Phelps, where he's been playing everybody. So this becomes a lot tougher of a catch because in left field, Eli Brown is playing maybe a couple of steps closer to the line.
Gavin Garcia steps to the plate, not before getting that donut off of his bat, just trying to smack it on the ground about 10 times to get to loosen up. What the players will warm up with to make their bats a bit lighter. Here's Gavin Garcia in for his first at-bat. Came in for defense in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch is a strike to Garcia in the middle of the zone. The 0-1 pitch misses just outside. It's 1-1. But the Power only scoring 2 in the bottom of the first. The Pirates have scored 1 in the top of the 3rd and 1 in the top of the 6th, and that's all the scoring. 2 runs for each team, 5 hits for both teams. The 1-1 pitch, that's right down the chute. It's 1-2. Eddie Alfaro waits on deck. The 1-2 pitch to Garcia. It's in the dirt and by Cortez. Doesn't matter with the bases empty. We're even at 2 with 2 outs. Top of the 8th. A whole lot of 2s. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. Did Garcia. Stayed in. on the 74-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch with the spin rate under 1,000. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch comes home. Catches the bottom of the zone. Strike 3. Holden Phelps. Another 1-2-3 inning. He's retired all 6 that he's faced. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Still tied at 2 between the Pirates and the Power. You're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Back here in the bottom of the 8th, tied at 2. The Inland Valley Pirates fighting with the Palm Springs Power tonight. It has been a dogfight. Ball 1 taken low. Dom Hughes steps in. It's Mason Smith. He's out for his 2nd inning on the mound. Next pitch just misses the outside corner. It's 2-0. New defensive substitutions. Gavin Garcia's at 3rd. Eddie Alfaro's at shortstop. Aiden Haller's at 2nd. Michael Rhoda still at first base. 2-0 on Dom Hughes. The pitch. Catches the outside corner, strike 1. A pitch that was a ball to a ball and a half off the plate. Tough call for Hughes to swallow. He would have been up 3-0 in the count. Instead, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. No outs, bottom of the 8th. The 2-1 pitch. That misses well outside the zone. And he's in a hitter's count. It's 3-1.
The Kansas State Wildcat is probably who you want up in this situation. Been in a lot of big moments. One of the P5 guys that have found themselves onto this roster. Even more important, just to try to get on base.
The 3-1 pitch is behind Hughes, ball 4. The Power have drawn their first walk of the game. And the first leadoff man that has reached for Palm Springs tonight.
Wow. You know, I have the same amount of stats on my sheet, Adam, but just saying it out loud and bringing it to life just makes you realize how ridiculous it is. And now you're starting to get a pinch runner coming in and a man who runs a sub 6.7 60 in Nick Eli.
Nick Eli, the speedster, goes over to first to run for Hughes. And we flip the lineup card over to Eli Brown. 0 for 3 on the day. Eli Brown, one of the most reliable bats in this Power lineup. Eli, pretty big lead off first. He'll stay put. Pitch hits Brown as the fastball came inside and hit the leadoff man, Eli Brown. It's 1st and 2nd with no outs in the 8th.
Worst case scenario if you're Inland Valley, but if you're Palm Springs, you have to build off of that walk and take advantage of this kind of mistake. And I guarantee you there's nobody that the Inland Valley Pirates want to see less than Austin Haller, who's stepping in right now.
Austin Haller, 1 for 3 on the day, single, and came around to score back in the 1st. Has struck out his last 2 times up. A rarity for Haller. And now looking to come through in the clutch. Bottom of the 8th, 1st and 2nd, no outs. Mason Smith delivers to Haller. First pitch. It's a strike. Paints the bottom of the zone at 83.
Nick Eli at second base. 4 stolen bases on his summer. So you see the reasoning why Casey Dill wants him representing the go-ahead run.
The 0-1 comes home. Misses outside Off-speed pitch got away from Smith. It's 1-1. No one down the right field line in the Pirates bullpen. This is Mason Smith's game, but he's in a jam, first and second, no outs, facing the heart of the power order. 1-1 to Haller, the pitch. In the dirt, it's 2-1.
If you're Austin in this situation, Adam, you're playing with house money. You have Aiden Torek and Noah Blythe hitting behind you. You have runners on first and second. You take your best swing and don't expand your zone.
2-1 on Haller. Smith, a look at Eli, comes home. In the dirt, it's 3-1. Go-ahead runs on second. 0 outs.
One pitch, one spot if you're Austin.
Dom Hughes walked to lead off the inning. Nick Eli's pinch running for him at second base after Eli Brown got hit by the pitch. The 3-1 pitch. It's sent into right center field. That's going to get down and find some grass. Nick Eli's going to get the wave from Casey Dill. The throw comes into second. Eli scores. Go ahead, RBI double Austin Haller.
He picked his one spot and he did not miss it. Austin Haller sends a fastball right back into the right center alley. He's just doing what he has done since arriving here in Southern California. Big spot, and a guy that has done it time and time again this summer.
Haller heroics here in the 8th, and the Power lead 3-2. Eli Brown over to third. Haller at second. The infield's now in for Aiden Torek. First pitch in the dirt. Patterson just keeps it in front of him. Oh, what a great play by Garrett Patterson behind the plate. That would have certainly scored Eli Brown if it got past him.
It was good enough at that point, and you people in the stands are wondering why Eli Brown doesn't go. There's still no outs in this inning, Adam, and you cannot make that first out at home plate.
Haller on second. Brown at third. 3-2 Power. They've scored 1 in the 8th. The next pitch to Torek. That's sent on into center field. Landon Greenhouse on the run into right center field. Will make the catch. Eli Brown will tag from third and score. An insurance run for the Power on a sacrifice fly to center field from Aiden Torek. It's 4-2 Power in the 8th.
It doesn't have to be a double in the gap or something over the center field wall. You have to have productive outs and just get jobs done. The two guys that you want in those situations are exactly who the Power had with Haller and Torek, and you just set yourself up for another insurance run with your leading RBI man stepping to the plate.
That would be Noah Blythe. The Pirates infield remains in. The Power have regained the lead by scoring 2 in the 8th. 4-2, runner on third. First pitch to Blythe. Line drive down the first baseline, foul. Haller stands at third base 90 feet away from another run. Haller drove the go-ahead run across, and Nick Eli on an RBI double into right center. 0-1 on Blythe with 1 out. The pitch inside. Nearly hits Blythe, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Nobody that enjoys bigger spots more than the man sitting in the right-handed batter's box.
The 1-1 pitch to Noah Blythe on the ground through the left side. Base hit Noah Blythe. A key insurance run for the Power as Haller crosses the plate. Noah Blythe delivers again. It's 5-2 Power in the 8th.
You just knew that if Inland Valley was going to have to come out with a win tonight, it would be late, and you knew that you were going to have to deal with the middle of this lineup. First 2 times through, regardless of pitcher, they're baffled. Third time through, crunch time, tie game in the 8th, and you see quality at-bats, productive outs, balls in the gap, everything you want to see if you're Casey Dill.
Angel Cortez at the plate. First pitch he sees. He swings right through a fastball from Mason Smith, strike 1. The inning started with a Dom Hughes walk. Then a hit by pitch to Eli Brown at the top of the lineup for the Power. RBI double by Austin Haller brought the go-ahead run in as that's a check swing. Cortez did go around, says home plate umpire Brad Cloud. So it's 0-2. That was followed by Aiden Torek's sacrifice fly. And just recently, a Noah Blythe RBI single. Power have scored 3 in the inning. They lead at 5-2 in the 8th. Next pitch to Cortez. It's in the dirt. It's 1-2. We've seen some teams come really close this year, and that includes pretty much every game against the Inland Valley Pirates. They have poured their hearts out onto the field, and now we're going to be looking at 3 outs to play with in the 9th. At least down by 3 runs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cortez chases down and out of the zone on an off-speed pitch for the 2nd out.
And Fred Buxton, the scheduled hitter, is going to be replaced by fan favorite DT. Dalton Thomas is going to get his opportunity to do something with a man on.
Dalton Thomas steps to the plate. Fred Buxton's day is done. Dalton Thomas, slight wave of the bat. First pitch, fastball is the inner corner. Strike 1. Noah Blythe remains at first base. And he'll get checked on at first base. Back in time. We have not seen a lot of pickoff attempts towards any base in this game. 0-1 on Thomas. The pitch inside and hit him. Dalton Thomas gets hit by the pitch. That's the 2nd power batter hit by a pitch in this inning by Mason Smith.
Now batting for the Power, number 3, Cody Hashimoto.
Brings up the 7-hitter for the Power tonight. It's Cody Kashimoto. Trying to cash in a couple more runners on base. Blythe at 2nd, Thomas at 1st, 5-2 Power in the 8th. The pitch, lined into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Blythe will make the turn for home. Throw goes into 3rd. Blythe is going to come on home. Waltzing across the plate, RBI single, Cody Kashimoto. The Power have exploded in the 8th. They now lead at 6-2.
You love that matchup if you're Casey Deal. You have a right-hander who really wants to rely on a fastball, and you have a left-hander, or switch hitter, I should say, that doesn't make his swing any bigger than it needs to be. It's a short, compact swing. When you have that kind of matchup, it plays into the hitter, and Cody doesn't try to do too much, and he just sends it right back where it came from. What an inning from Palm Springs.
That pitch gets by Patterson. Thomas to the plate. There's going to be no throw. Another run comes across. The Power putting the hurt on the Pirates right now. A wild pitch scores Thomas. It's a 5-run bottom of the 8th for Palm Springs. Advancing a 2nd was Kashimoto. The 1-0 pitch to Gonzalez. That's in there for a strike right over the heart of the plate.
Really, Gonzalez at this point, he has to stick with the same approach that has led to this inning for Palm Springs. Not trying to take huge swings.
As that pitch is in the dirt, it's 2-1.
But cutting down the swing in order to just try to look for a barrel instead of lifting something into the gaps. Austin Haller did that. He just had to have a short, compact swing, and he got the job done. Similar situation here for Michael, and with a 5-run lead, he can really just hone in on his pitch.
Runner at 2nd with 2 outs. Inside, it hits another power batter. 3 hit batters in the inning by Mason Smith. And we talked about the first walk of the game by Pirates pitching began with Dom Hughes. And now it's going to be the person at the plate who pinch ran for him, Nick Eli. The Power are bad around in the 8th. The Power putting it on the Pirates here in the 8th.
You knew that they were going to make some type of run, Adam. That was a given in these situations. You're at home. The streak's on the line. 2-2 ball game. I don't think anybody expected 5 in the 8th. But it just speaks to what this team always is. And they're a group of fighters, and they've proven it time and time again. Late inning wins, coasting early. They've done it in all sorts of ways.
Nick Eli with 2 outs. Kashimoto on 2nd, Gonzalez on 1st. Power have scored 5 in the inning. 2-2 going into the bottom of the 8th. It's now at least 7-2 going into the top of the 9th for the Inland Valley Pirates. First pitch to Eli. Check swing. He goes around, but it's by Patterson, and both runners are going to advance. Patterson lost sight of the ball as Eli went around on the check swing. Not sure if that hit off his cleat because it took a funky hop. Didn't sound like it hit the dirt. At least off the initial pitch from Smith. 2 more runners in scoring position for Eli. 0-1 with 2 outs. The pitch. Taken just below the zone. Good eye by Nick Eli out at Newman University.
One of our guys providing double duty, both playing for the Power and in the PSCL. For Sam DiMattio's team, the Lumberjacks.
The 1-1 pitch is fouled back and just over the press box.
Not to sound like a broken record, Adam, but I'm sure the last thing Nick expected when this inning started was to get his pinch running appearance. I doubt he thought he would get in at bat as well.
1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt and by Patterson. Coming in to score is Kashimoto. Another wild pitch. The Pirates have fallen apart here in the 8th.
It's the right way to say it. There's been miscues. The defense hasn't been as crisp, and you've gotten the most important thing. Pitches over the plate that the Power have not missed, that they were missing the first 2 times through the order. It's all about, as the game progresses, who can make the adjustments late. Today, it was the Power.
Gonzalez on third. Eli still at the plate. Did he check his swing? He did not. He went around. Nick Eli strikes out swinging, but not before the Power bat around. They grab 6 in the 8th inning and take an 8-2 lead to the top of the 9th. Winning streak on the line for the Power. 38 games dating back to last year. Looking to move to 20-0 on the year. Stay with us. 3 more outs remain against the Inland Valley Pirates. 8-2 Power. We head to the top of the 9th. You're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great, now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
3 outs remain. The 19-0 Palm Springs Power. We're in trouble heading into the bottom of the 8th, but they come out leading 8-2. First ball's hit to right field. Noah Blythe is giving it a run. It's a foul ball. Noah Blythe gave it his all down the right field line. But the count's 0-1 on Eddie Alfaro.
There's nobody in the bullpen right now, Adam. This is Holden Phelps' game all the way through. He's been so good over the last month. And with the offensive outburst that happened in the 8th inning, he's able to just relax and he can pitch with a comfortable lead.
0-1 on Eddie Alfaro. Top of the 9th. Next pitch lined over the head of Kashimoto at shortstop. Base hit into left field. Leadoff runners on for the Pirates.
The way this game's going, you knew that it wasn't going to be easy in the 9th, Adam. The Pirates have answered every punch that the Power have provided, but you thought that in the 8th it would be the haymaker that would put them out, but look at them still fighting.
On first, Alfaro. First pitch in to Mason Smith is a strike. A far pretty big lead at first base, but no reason to run into an out here. 0-1 pitch to Smith. Taken in for a strike. Got the top of the zone, and it's 0-2. 2-2 heading into the bottom of the 8th. The Power scored 6 in the bottom of the 8th in a variety of ways. They now lead 8-2. They're in the driver's seat. Looking to bring this ball game home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball blew it by him at 87. Phelps a big strikeout, his 4th of the game, and there's 1 out here in the 9th.
The bench starting to get emptied now as Don Porter is going to check into this game. Adam, getting that first out always is so much more important when you're talking about getting the last 3 outs of a ball game.
First pitch is by the bat of Don Porter, strike 1. 1 out, top of the 9th. A game that the Power took the lead in the 8th, expanded the lead, and added even more insurance runs. Waves and misses at a fastball off the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2 on Don Porter. Holden Phelps trying to close out a key win on this Saturday night. The pitch fouled off back behind home plate. We stay at 2 strikes.
I think if you're Angel Cortez and Holden Phelps, you've seen the swing of Porter. He's not picking up the fastball great. I don't think you go off speed here and speed up his bat path.
0-2 pitch to Porter. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Foul tip into the mid of Cortez. He went back to the fastball, and there's 2 outs in the 9th.
There's no reason to throw anything else if you're Phelps. They haven't been able to touch the fastball, and with the way you're pitching and the way this team has unfolded, there's no reason to take your foot off the gas. 1 out away from 20 straight wins to begin the season, Adam. We are in such a good spot working for this team.
Connor Green stands in as the last hope for the Pirates. Fouls the first pitch back into the net. Connor Green pinch hitting for Michael Rhoda, who was 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Alfaro at first base after a leadoff single. He takes off. No throw down by Cortez. No reason to even bother with the runner on the bases with the 6-run lead in the 9th. Game has not been easy for the Power, but the pitching has kept them in the game until the Power exploded for 6 in the 8th. The 1-1 pitch to Green. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Holden Phelps' fastball has been electric tonight. 2 strikes. Pirates down to their last out. Phelps will set the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Off the pole. Right behind the net. There is not a lot of room for it to hit the pole. Pretty much only the top part. But that's been the kind of game it's been tonight. We'll do another 1-2 pitch. Phelps out of the stretch. He'll come home. Fly ball center field. Noah Blythe will waltz in and make the catch. And the Power survive a scare here against the Inland Valley Pirates. The Palm Springs Power take a huge win. Powered by a 6-run bottom of the 8th. And they hold on to win, EJ, 8-2.
2-2 most of the way, Adam. Inland Valley, it's a CPCL game. This is what I told you coming into this game. No matter what happens the day before, there's always going to be another ball game that has its new challenges, new obstacles. And today, it was the starting pitching for the Pirates. They were absolutely tremendous. Both Chavez and Alex they were great mixing up pitches. They were in and out of the zone when they needed to be. The strikeouts came, but at the end of the day, outlasting it was the Power. You have to tip your cap to Holden Phelps. 6 strikeouts and 3 innings of work. He's going to come away with the win today, Adam, and you can't say enough. Power fans, you're allowed to take this in. 20 straight wins to open up a season. That doesn't happen, and today they have put an exclamation point on it. So fun to be a part of it as well.
It's been awesome talking with you, EJ. A terrific broadcast as the Power win 8-2. We'll give you the stat line for both these teams to finish off the game. Inland Valley Pirates, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Palm Springs Power, 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. Power scored 2 in the first. Pirates answered with 1 in the third, 1 in the sixth. No scoring until the bottom of the 8th, and a tie ball game at 2. The Palm Springs Power have a huge 8th inning, their biggest of the year, scoring 6. They hold on to win 8-2. Some great pitching for both teams. And for our entire crew, EJ Sanchez, I'm Adam Oppenheim. saying so long from Palm Springs Stadium. The Palm Springs Power defeat Inland Valley Pirates in a thriller, 8-2. You've been watching Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network. Have a great night, everybody.